Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is ya boy, M8, and we have returned with a week 3 Hearthstone. I was absent due to a vacation. And what is up, everybody? Here with, hopefully, Chapazard and your own Bobby.
Hola. Hello, hello.
So, yeah, we're actually going to go ahead and jump into our first match here between Brian McNabb and Capcrack. Well,
We have Hearthstone on the plate tonight. Tonight is the Hearthstone League. Our smaller league for sure, right?
Definitely.
But it's a pretty fun game. It's pretty easy to pick up, and we encourage people to come out and play. It's only week 3. There's probably some room to invite others into play still.
For sure.
I guess it's halfway through our season. Maybe not.
So down
Next
volume just a tiny bit. Oh my god, my ears. Just so it's not overcasting ours. No, just the game in general.
Oh.
Yeah, very very loud. Alright, but yeah, this is round 1. What's the standings for these two?
Round 5.
Well, I guess round 1 for tonight, but round 5 in total.
Yeah. Well, give me 1 second, and I will be able to provide you that answer because I have many screens open. And
I'm sure you do.
Those without eyes truly see.
All right, so for
I wonder if I can just.
who are we watching right now? This is Brian McNabb at Capcrack, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is our second and third ranked 2 players.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep, Condor is currently our rank 1 player on the league.
Sure.
He is facing the 6-7 this evening.
Okay.
And then we have Capcrack going up against Brian McNabb right now, with one other player who is currently taking a bye for the week. So, pretty good matchup this week. Pretty good. This is going to be a pretty good game. Both players independently are pretty close in their win-loss ratio through the league. Brian McNabb's picked up 7 rounds won, 4 rounds lost, while Capcrack has picked up 6 rounds, or 6 games won with 5 games lost.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
The way this... Nope, go ahead.
I was going to say Capcrack does have a good head start here, already bringing down Brian to 17 health.
Do you have... Can you share this in Discord? It's wonderful to see this.
Crank you up?
No. Stream in Discord to us so we can watch the game that you're
I
spectating.
sure can.
Awesome.
Boom. Oh my god, it still blows my ears up. I may have to turn it even lower.
Oh yeah, that came in pretty heavy. Playing the Demon Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Still has full HP right now. Little dog syndrome. She thinks she's much bigger than she is, in fact.
I know what that's like.
But as I was saying, though, going back to what I was saying before I lost track and realized I couldn't see the game. The teams are playing 3 games per round, and we're getting about a round or 2 in a night, just kind of depending on how smooth things get kicked off and get going. So they're getting 6 matches in each night, or 6 games in each night against.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty good amount of gameplay.
Yeah.
Try and fit as much as we can into a 2-hour window.
Yeah, and depending on how close the matches are, that could last a while too.
Mm-hmm. So Capcrack's Demon Hunter deck is really doing well for this mage deck.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering if I can switch over and take a peek at his. Let's take a peek at his deck here. If it will let me. There we go. That is not as smooth of a transition as I was hoping for. It's like, alright, let me close the whole match and switch over to another person.
Oh, we have. Oh, I see. I see. You switched perspectives.
Yeah, so now we're watching Capcrack in his deck. We do have a 300-second delay, which is about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it looks like. I know on stream right now we're still seeing starting soon.
Yep.
By the time they hear me talking about this right now, it won't be that.
We'll have no idea if anything's going wrong.
Chappie, if you can double check, make sure that we're also live streaming to our YouTube as well.
Oh, we are. YouTube.com/MTA Solutions.
Wow.
Out of curiosity, Chappie, as the resident expert on cinematography, film, and audio,
Okay. Yeah.
how does one work with a delay? Do you just ignore the fact that there's a delay there and pretend like it doesn't exist, or do you acknowledge?
Well, yeah.
it?
Well, yeah, because
Verbally
the only time the delay is noticeable is when you interact with the chat.
Sure.
So, if you are reacting to what's on stream, or what's on your screen, that's live.
That's
So
live.
then when people watch it 3 minutes later, they're seeing you react to what's happening on screen.
All right.
They're just seeing it 3 minutes later is all.
Well,
I like it.
Capcrack scooped it up pretty easily against Brian there in the first round. Or
He
the
did, that's
first
gonna-
match.
Bump them up a bit. I think I messaged both players already. I gotta double check.
And I will go on the announcements and make sure the rest of our wonderful community tunes in for these wonderful matches.
And I will sit pretty.
How fantastic is this?
Yeah. Are we?
Nice,
Are we waiting
relaxing
for a new
night.
perspective?
Yep.
Stream
Okay, there
some,
we
Ray joining.
There we go.
stream some quality Hearthstone.
Quality of Hearthstone.
Hearthstone's nice and
Quality
chill.
Hearthstone. It is. It is chill.
Yeah.
I like it.
Jaina versus Jaina.
One of my favorite features of Hearthstone when the game first came out was the interactive map features. That was like kind of a hidden gem of going around and finding all the different things. Now it's pretty well established, but when it was new, it was fun.
Oh yeah.
So Brian McNabb, they both are playing the same characters again, or same champions. They might not be the same decks. There was a rule where you were not supposed to play like the same deck twice once you won
Yep.
with it. But I'm not sure if players have actually followed that rule or if it's kind of gone to the wayside. It's been more about having a good time than anything else.
Sure. Well, if your deck doesn't work, just gotta rebuild the deck.
Oh wait, yeah. So they're both playing mages now.
Yeah, it actually looks like I think Capcrack was a rogue, right?
He was playing the Demon Hunter.
Oh, Demon Hunter. So now he's a mage.
Yep.
First blood.
First blood. You're looking forward to the Rocket League
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
The Rocket League tomorrow.
And,
night?
and I believe this is the week where we kicking off, you know, the pairs of the standings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know
Like
some
the actual matchups.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know. So my friends are competing in the MTA Gaming Rocket League tournament, And so far, they've got both weeks just straight up smoked by like grand champs and like diamonds, and they're very brand spanking new to Rocket League.
Right.
And they just been getting cleaned up, like 8-0, like 6-1, and they were asking me today, like, is this the week where we finally get to play against our own skill level? Because it's kind of getting old.
Well, and that only extends so far, right?
Sure.
Like, you're gonna over the course of I have the MTA website open right now, and all of a sudden I just start getting flooded with audio from the stream that's embedded on the page. I was like,
what a
whoa,
nice
what's
feature.
going on? What a nice feature it is.
Job's done.
Yeah, it just you went with the Swiss bracket. The idea is you're going to play everybody. That way, there's the bracket changes and adjusts. It gives people the opportunity to go up and move up and down the bracket, and you don't get stuck playing the same two teams at the bottom of the bracket the entire league.
Yeah.
But
oh no, absolutely.
the other factor is to there's a effort to pair similarly skilled teams up against each other. But
yeah,
we had to start somewhere. You had to start with something. We don't know what teams are going to come in and be ballers.
Yeah.
And which ones are going to be fallers. We just kind of.
And I think that's the great thing about it, because my friends are still fairly new to Rocket League, but they're not at the high of a level against the teams they played against, but they definitely can somewhat hold their own, and they've been practicing a lot. Every time I hop into my channel, I always see them like hanging out and they're playing Rocket League. A couple days ago, there was like a recovery day where they didn't play it. So yeah, I think they'll be able to climb from the bottom. It's just have to start somewhere exactly, and they unfortunately had to play against some high tier teams.
Yeah.
Draw a secret. Okay, Capcrack actually taking out two of the heroes here, and does some damage. I wish I knew
interesting
more.
watching Mage Deck against Mage Deck.
Yeah.
It's hard, right? It's hard. What you can do from your advantage point right now is you are able to highlight
Cover over
on the active. Yeah, so we can see essentially what's active, what's being played. Both of these players have some experience. So I would assume that these decks are kind of pre-built, tested decks, maybe with a few
tweaks,
alterations that they prefer.
Yeah. And you can see here, Brian played Blizzard, which deals 2 damage to all enemies and freezes them. And then after that, so you can see that the enemies actually get frozen.
Yep. And many of his abilities might do more damage into frozen targets. It
True.
also prevents those champions that are frozen from being able to take a turn. So instead of Capcrack being able to do 8 damage on his next turn, he was only able to do 2 from his board at least. I mean, he did damage from his deck.
Yeah, now I remember when the Hearthstone first came out. I was pretty excited, and I actually played it for a little bit, but it's a little bit too slow for me.
I got a little bit upset a few times. I got pretty upsetty spaghetti. There is ultimately an RNG factor, right?
Well, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, sure.
And it was awful when you lost because they had a lucky draw.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason I could have possibly lost that match was because that person just had the draw of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing poker here. So that aspect of it didn't really settle well with me. And after
what a cleanup though by Brian there. Just literally took out all 3 of the cards.
Cleared the board, prevented damage from coming in. Nice. They're unable to report. I think I need to start the bracket of the round.
What to do? Don't ask me. I don't have a clue. Yeah, here's where I would play. Alright, look here. Listen. Listen. Some really good cards, actually, that Capcrack is holding on to. Okay. Plays a dragon, 4 and 5. Plus spell damage +1, so what does he opt in for? Player or the card? Player or the card? Okay, card. Overkill, but we take those. Pretty close on health right now. 22 on Brian and 23 on Cap.
You want it? I got it.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Secret. After your opponent plays a meal, deals 6 damage. Quick, go back!
My powers are never truly
Should we take a peek at Brian's hand?
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Sure.
Holy crap,
Let's-
that dragon
let's
has
do it.
12 health.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
lot.
legendary card. Pretty
Hey!
big card.
That is big card. Oh, look at that. I can see the cards. Oh, I didn't even have to switch it. Oh, that's sick.
Wow, you can just spectate both.
Yeah, but last time it didn't do that, and I had to hit spectate again, and then it reloaded
No,
the
you
whole game
left. I remember watching. You left spectate first before you spectated another one.
again. Did I, though?
I didn't know you could do this
Pull
though either.
pull
I
up
would
the
have also
VODs.
left spectate. Pull up the VODs.
Pull up the VODs! Fact check
Let's
that!
hit the rewind. Can we get a replay on that, Bob?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm Bob. Shit. Or shoot, excuse me.
And that's one thing that would be pretty cool. I've been actually playing around with some features on like my personal channel, being able to hit a button that kind of, so like obviously you can clip something on Twitch, and then you can reopen the last clip that you created, but it's not like very accurate. You kind of have to guess where it starts and where the clip will end.
Right.
And I've been looking,
Not
browsing for some
great.
plugins, perhaps, of where you just hit a button, it starts recording, hit a button again, it stops recording, you hit it again, and it like just pulls up what you highlighted.
Hangs in the balance.
But yeah, that's cool. So we can see a couple of good cards here. Deal 10 damage, deal 6 damage fireball.
Time runs out on me.
I need to find the team roster for Apex.
That took a hefty damage off of that legendary. Looks like both legendaries are out. Oh my gosh, I can dig. I'm excavating for dinosaur bones.
You're excavating. Oh, you're interacting with the map. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
These are those things I was talking about.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
funny. As a spectator, you get map control like that, but I know that's a.
Oh,
science
it's so
idea,
crazy.
so.
Oh, you can like put out the candles.
It was one of my favorite features initially because it was new to
I
me.
remember it now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember it now.
Time runs out on me.
Players are really. I noticed, or I have noticed in competitive play, it is more common for people to use their entire turn duration. Which kind of leads to that like really slow pace.
Oh!
Big hit. Big hit.
Yeah, and then some frost. Hero damage, okay. 1. 7 HP against 22 on Brian.
Yeah, but look at Brian. He has none of his cards require mana right now.
Yeah. Interesting. Deal
So
to
he
damage.
could potentially do a lot of damage here. His one champion on the board
Yeah.
is frozen, so he doesn't have that champion damage. And he has to clear for 22. Like, I
That's
don't.
16.
It's a very difficult. Right now, he's checking his deck. He's adding up damage. He's trying to figure out, can he close out the match right now? Or if not, how do I survive another attack with only 7 HP left and one champion on the board?
Cannot rate out to you guys because of the stream setting. Well, it's also 5-minute delayed, so you'll hear this response in about 5 minutes. I'm not sure what kind of setting it could be working. Oh my gosh, okay, so 12 damage, just like that, escalated from 22 health down
and
to...
he's going for it.
Oh,
He wants to go for
wow.
the finish, and he wipes him out. 22 damage in one turn. Those are the games that made me so upset.
Yeah,
It's like,
you're
I'm done
sitting,
with this.
you're just sitting on a comfortable 22 HP, and next thing you know, just out of nowhere, bablam, dead.
Just blah blam. You're out. It's like, what happened?
And on that
How
terrible
happened?
disappointment, we're setting up the next match. We shall return. Stay tuned. We'll be back. While we're setting up the other matches, I guess we should let you guys know about some of our sponsors. You know, Monster Energy, HyperX, F-Secure, Alapex, JSI, Trajectory, the Wasilla Rotary Club, the Zyxol, Upper One Studios, Subway, Sienna, Fury, Dorsey, Iron Dog, Alaska Parks Highway, Alaska Parks Highway. Oh no. Alaska Raceway Park. I was driving on the highway last night, and I came off the airport, so I'm a little bit tired. My apologies. Some of the sponsors that are not on there yet, as this graphic will be updated, is also going to be our sponsor within Arctic Comic Con, and I believe we may have an additional sponsor getting on as well, which is great. Alright guys, stay tuned. We will return when the next matches are set up and ready to go.
back. We're back. Big back. We are gonna watch
We're
the scene
back.
2. This is their third game, round 5. So right now, we have Cap, who's holding both game victories under his belt. Brian kind of has to try and turn this one around. Granted, I did go hop in their Discord channel while we were on there, and I was relaying how those were the moments in this game that caused me to
Yeah. And
Cap
what was Brad's response?
Well, he was like, yeah. You know, he's very used to it. He's a very seasoned player.
Yeah, okay.
Was like, what are you trying to say that wasn't skill? And I was like, no. That was clearly skill, man. Like you set that up. It was very well
Yeah.
played and well executed. But those were the moments. Those were the moments that I didn't see coming, and it would make me hate the game. So, you know, I had to go over there and give him a little and ruse him a little bit, kind of have some fun. But yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Brian had 22 HP, and he was literally doing the same strat, right? Dropping those additional cards that do just strict player damage. Capcrack was like down to 7. Next thing you know, it's his turn, and he takes you down from 22 to -4. Just that escalated very quickly.
Yes. Very.
Yeah, you hate to see it, or you hate to be part of it.
You just hate to be on the bad end of that one.
On the
right? It's like,
receiving
oh
end,
my
yeah.
goodness, no, I was winning. I had that. Why's it gotta be like this? But kind of funny.
You think this is your time?
Secret agent coming.
Correct.
Alright, so this time we'll focus on Brian, since we
Correct.
spectated Capcrack last time.
Ah, but you can do both. Oh, I see. The focus. That makes sense. So smart.
Alright, so strong start here by Brian. Instantly with triple Dark Owned Operative. Down to 15 health. Capcrack will start listing through some of his cards.
Count your blessings, mate.
+2 health, nice. Just barely enough to survive one attack. Taking his time. Okay, the card that I thought he would pick, he picked. I actually learning.
Job's done.
Job's done.
Job.
Oh, job is very close to being done.
Games can go back and forth. I'm telling you, it's incredible. It's
We'll
rough.
see. We'll see if Capcrack can recover. Not looking good.
Brian's really looking to pick up a match here. I think
Yeah.
he's laying down the priest
And the
damage,
cycle
the
of
priest
life
pressure.
reborn anew.
Coming into the 10th round
Here we go.
or 10th turn.
Oh no.
Oh, and Cap just surrenders. He's like,
Self-
I don't have this. I lost.
Self-destruct. Alt F4.
Wow. Look at that.
Alt
Okay,
F4.
well, we'll give. I was gonna say we'll give teams a few minutes to update their points and record them, and then we will reseed the 6th round of the MTA Hearthstone League, and hop into some more games.
Sounds good to me. I'll see you
Oh,
here.
Right here,
Right here. But not right meow.
but not right now. In the future, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, chat. So, that was another match down. And we shall return. Stay tuned. All right, chat. We should be kicking off here shortly, pretty soon. I believe our next round will be kicking off shortly. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate you guys all hanging out. It is Wednesday, the Hearthstone night. It is now week 3 of our 7-week long MTA gaming season. For those of you guys that are new and not sure what that is, this is exclusive to all of the Alaskan residents. There is cash prizes for each game titles. It is featuring 5 game titles to include League of Legends, Valorant, Hearthstone, Rocket League, and Apex Legends. We are doing this for the second time for 7 weeks long. This is why it's season 2. Hopefully the first few of many. I can see that the teams are starting to break off into different sections now. So what up, Bobby?
Hey, yes, we do have our teams breaking off. They're going to go ahead and pick up around 6. We have Brian McNabb matching up against the 6-7, and then we have Cap Crack matching up against Red Beer Otaku.
All right, cool.
And they're going to be running their individual games. I did try to ask them to all make sure they have you added.
Uh-huh.
So as soon as you see them in a match, we can jump in on in.
Yeah, sure. Let me double check and see if I have anybody that sent me the additional invites.
Did you add the one person I messaged? I messaged you the 6-7's BattleNet, but we also have McNabb already.
Too easy. I'll add him right now. Alright, should be added. And then let's go ahead and jump on in. We're kind of just talking about, the seasons. This is season 2 of 7 weeks. And where are we at this point, which is week 3. And
Yeah,
it
we're
feels
on
like
week 3.
it feels like it's already been forever.
There's been some trials and tribulations this season.
Well,
we've had issues with some platform or with some of the platforms that we've been trying to leverage, which has created kind of some hiccups on matchmaking and reporting, and we've kind of just been in this like adapt and make it go.
Yeah.
We ourselves have had numerous conversations about like, what's the priority with this league, and we wanted to during league time, we want to ensure people are playing games and having fun.
For sure.
That's what this is about. That's what people are here for, right? Mm-hmm. And so the priority is always like, all right, I need to get people in matches and not have them just sitting in Discord waiting for matches all night. So it's just always been like flying by the hips, like, all right, we're just gonna spreadsheet this and we're gonna do it. Let's go, teams. It's been fun. It's a good time for sure.
Yeah, and it's definitely unique, and like, the more I started to get involved like last season, the more I have begun to respect some of these large event organizers that put on an absolute huge stadiums with all of this hardware, with streaming live with multiple perspectives and wireless cameras and so many different things. And then they're also, not actually thinking about it because they're so big and you're only hosting, like, let's say a Counter-Strike tournament that I like to watch. You can just do all of the bracketing on papers and just update it on your website. It's a lot
Right,
harder
right.
when you doing it for multiple game titles and trying to run all of them within like 1 week and then have like only the weekend to kind of like catch your breath or try to work on additional projects. And
yeah. You can do the other job that we have.
and then the people, you know, these event organizers have so much staff that, you know, to them it's like everybody's just picking up a small little portion on the plate, and this is just far from it. Like, it's so understaffed.
It is.
For the amount of work it is, it's crazy.
Yep.
And yeah, grow to appreciate that like every day.
The dream for me, and like no joke, when Alopex and MTA started working together, obviously it had nothing to do with the gaming. It was a completely separate conversation. And
Yeah, I wasn't a
But-
part of that conversation.
Right. This is before, you jumped into this pool like head first and went to work directly with him.
And then I snapped my neck,
Uh,
and then I was resurrected.
Well, it's the ultimate commitment. I think we said that. I was saying that in week 1. Like, Alex here took the ultimate commitment. He left his career to go join and start a career with MTA to be more hands-on with the gaming process. Like, it's the ultimate commitment to Alaska's gaming scene, no doubt. And I early in the conversations though, what I kind of like pitched as the dream was this idea of like this spectator event around esports that was, the equivalent or even a slight equivalent to what the Aces games used to be or the UAA hockey games used to be.
Yeah.
If you grew up in the Anchorage Bowl or the Matsu Valley.
I do miss
Or
Aces games, that's for sure.
yeah, like these events in Alaska were fun. They were very memorable, but they were spectator events. Everyone came out to watch. And if I could accomplish like even a half of a crowd of an Aces game at an esports event, to be there just to spectate our players and the people who've come out season after season and just showed up, and our grand finals are just this all out awesome, like, kind of borderlining on that arena venue.
Yeah.
Like, that is the dream to me. I mean, that would be amazing if we can like keep this ball rolling in that direction.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like,
But could
I've
imagine it.
I've personally been to some of these esport events. I've also competed
Yeah.
in some of them, and nothing really beats the pressure of like being on the stage and trying to perform in front of a
stage
crowd.
presence. Yep.
And it's completely different when you're doing it on land versus online, because obviously, sure, we're all playing from Alaska, or majority of us are, and but we're all still playing on the servers that are hosted elsewhere. So when we're able to host something in person and you have like none of that latency and you're playing with like 5 ping or less, it's very different. And it's very unique. So yeah, I'm also kind of looking forward and hoping to see that this expands into something much bigger than where we're at now.
Yeah.
We should probably
but-
jump into the match.
Yeah, we should jump into the match. That's a great idea. But could you imagine, like, we do 5 games, one every single night, like trying to plan the large arena spectator event around
Yeah.
that? Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
And we
All
did
right, what do
jump
you got?
in a little bit later into our journey here as we got carried away with our dreams and hopes, which are all for the better cause. But Brian does have quite a few cards here on the field that are slowly getting picked off by being traded.
Yeah. Sika is currently sitting on, he's playing the Demon Hunter. He's not, as we've seen before, right? 11 HP does not take you out of this game. Like,
No.
all you need is 1 HP and to go in another turn.
Definitely. Uh-oh. But
Oh, Brian's
Careful.
making big moves here, though.
too soon.
Cleans it up. cleans up game 1, it looks like. GG to Brian.
Victory!
So I did ask the player, Brian McNabb.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I have a sneaking suspicion this is like a football player or something. And it is. It's actually the combination of 2 football players that he's a fan of, that he's put their names together. Donovan McNabb and then some Brian guy.
Some Brian guy.
But that's the backstory on Brian McNabb, which I thought was
Alright.
kind of cool.
Hey,
All right,
that's
cool.
cool. Little profile
name.
history.
I have been in the background the entire evening building
Mhm.
different spreadsheets and trying to lay this all out. It's
I have
really
seen
fun.
the invite to the spreadsheet. Yes, so
oh,
I
it's
can
so fun.
I can verify that you have been busy working.
Well, this is how we do. You know what the reality was, though? And I think we were talking about this earlier.
Mhm.
Knowing what I know now, no matter what platform is used, now I know I'm repeating myself. I will always spreadsheet now. Every time we do this going forward, I will have spreadsheets from day 1, match 1, all the way through to the end, even if it's redundant, just
Yeah.
for the redundancy at this point. Like, it's just too much. I'm like, okay, I need redundancy in scorekeeping.
All right, we're jumping back in. But no,
I
I
am,
agree. It's been quite the journey from season 1 and now season 2, trying to work out some, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, thinking something improved that didn't, getting something better, but it's not.
Yep. That's exactly it. That was exactly it, wasn't it? It's okay. This entire industry of esports is still in an infantile state.
That is true.
So
Shockingly.
I mean, we've been in esports 15, 20 years. And it's still just now really getting, only for the past 5 years have we really seen this ball, gain momentum.
Yeah.
Thinking back to early League of Legends Worlds, or even before that, predating that, the first $100,000 prize pool that Dota Worlds put up. It was like the largest gaming prize pool we had ever seen before. That was not that long ago. 8 years, maybe?
I believe going back to, I think, the very first actual, official gaming tournament, which I believe was, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was Quake.
Oh, yeah.
Quake was one of the very first tournaments ever to be hosted that actually featured cash prizing.
And it was, those were the days where you had to be LAN. There was no MMO yet. You weren't playing online yet, bro.
And I believe I'm right on this statement, but the guy who actually ended up winning that very first Quake tournament, back then obviously there wasn't too much of a control over what you can bind and what you can change on your keyboards or mouse settings and things like that. A lot of the games were played with arrow keys, right, for movement. And now everybody that has kind of learned that the movement is ASWD, or WASD as we like to call it, was actually created by one of the guys that competed and won in that Quake tournament. And he found a way of rebinding his movement buttons and found out that, working with a thumb on the space bar for jumping and WASD for moving around, and was working out a lot more and much better than just the normal arrow keys.
Makes sense. It's much closer to your natural keyboard layout with your hands, that ergonomic aspect of
but
it,
just
right?
going that far back into it, right? You can't even now think about playing with anything besides WASD.
Yeah, it's your default. Games come
yeah,
pre-programmed with those key bindings. It has become industry standard. As a matter of fact, it was a big deal when I did it, but maybe 13 years ago or something like that, early World of Warcraft days, I
Yeah.
changed my key bindings from WASD, or from WASD to a different layout. And at the time, the thought process was it opened up more key bindings. It allows you to reach a new row that I could key bind.
Interesting.
But in all my gaming years, that is the only time I have ever moved away from WASD.
Yeah. I'm just thinking
very
it's crazy like how it became, right?
Yeah, like one guy figured it out and it just was naturally adapted by everyone.
Yeah.
Or adopted.
Oh, that shield's looking pretty weak there. And 6-7's gonna try to hold on to what is left of his health and shield.
Nope.
Unfortunately, I did not get added to the friends list, so I don't think I can spectate what is in 6-7's hands. It's a mystery. The mosquito, the life drinker.
I'm gonna have to step away from
That's fine. Fireball takes out Juan. As Brian will try to close it out here. Let's see what kind of.
And the cycle of life is reborn anew.
Oh! 1 HP and a dream is what we like to call it. 1 HP and a dream.
How many times have you yourself witnessed a 1 HP
Well
in a
played.
dream?
Well played.
Be
Many,
successful.
many.
That's right. All you need is 1 HP in a dream. I've had another way of describing that, but maybe not appropriate. There's a huck it and then another word that rhymes with huck it, but that is in that statement. And it's when you just give it your all.
It's the YOLO swag.
Yep, it's YOLO swag. It's YOLO. It's doing it. All right. This is really
Runs
down
out
to
on
it.
me.
The 6-7 is trying to hold on, but Brian's probably gonna clean this one up. I'm not sure
Yep.
what those 3 cards he's holding on to could possibly be.
Uh-oh. Waiting for players
Oh,
to
he
recover.
ran. He's done.
Done. Alt F4.
Yeah, Alt F4. Done.
Sorry guys, my internet's having issues. Oh my god. Can we rematch later? Rematch later? I've been seeing a lot of those recently. I came back and my DMs were flooded with, hey, my team can't make it. Hey, we need to
Yes.
reschedule. Hey, I'm
Yes.
like, dude, it is week 3 now. Like, no roster changes. Like, rosters are locked. Okay, if somebody
Yes.
is not there, sucks to suck.
Yep.
It do be like that. I mean,
Sometimes it do have to be like that
As-
for our sanity.
yeah, as we love to be flexible and try to make sure everybody can play, there's only so much that we can do. If you don't have it all figured out by week 3, I'm sorry.
But alas, here we are. For the most part, it's fairly well figured out. Players have done really well at working into the systems and working with us to kind of adopt systems that work best for our community.
Yeah.
It might be an advantage, it might be a disadvantage, but there are not a lot of
Oh.
gamers in Alaska with a whole lot of professional or competitive experience. It's pretty far in between.
Well,
So
but
the-
you never really know until you discover it.
Oh, you're right.
Or you
Yeah,
expose
you're
yourself
absolutely
to
right.
it. I'm sure there is. Ah! Dead.
Brian McNabb taking it.
Brian McNabb nabs this one up.
Okay, while we're setting up the next match, I'm gonna step away for just a moment.
Sounds good to me.
Be right back.
Well, chat, there goes that match. How about we talk a little bit about our wonderful sponsors that make this all happen? Obviously, Monster Energy coming in clutch once again this year. I'm hoping we get to have some wonderful, delicious Monster Energy drinks delivered to us once again. Perhaps maybe with a mini fridge this time that we can display on our table during that grand final stream. Um, we also want to thank HyperX with providing us with some peripherals that may be used for some MVP giveaways during the grand finals. There's also F-Secure, Alapex, JSI, Trajectory, Wasilla Rotary Club, Zyxel, Upper One Studios, Subway, Sienna, Fury, um, Dorsey, Iron Dog, Alaska Raceway Park, and Arctic Comic Con. And I believe we're also going to be picking up one more sponsor, so stay tuned for that. But if you're a local business and you do want to promote your business or your national company and you want to promote your business, please don't forget to reach out to us. You can find more information on mtasolutions.com/esports. And stay tuned. We'll return here soon. As we return to the battlefield, +2 attack on the hero. -4. Another 3, and a 2, and a 1. Alright. That brings down O'Brien down to 19.
I have an axe to grind.
Job done.
You possess true power.
Interesting choice there.
My thanks.
Deal 1 damage to all minions. Honorable kill. Gain +1 attack this turn. Could be part of the strat here I'm not seeing again. Once again, I would like to bring up I'm not very knowledgeable of Hearthstone. So maybe there is something that I may have not seen, but it looks like he ended up.
Brian's starting off really strong against the 6-7, but 6-7's done a fair amount of damage. This game's pretty even right now. The 6 is definitely looking to pick up this win. He wants to get at least one W on the board for this round. Brian already walking away with 2 of the 3 matches of the night.
You possess true
So
power.
we got the Demon Hunter at Brian's
are
Paladin
not a
deck.
blunder. How is it
Interesting.
even my thanks.
6-7's a little upset, it looks like. Might have overspent a little early. Doesn't really have a play to make. He's emoting. Not too happy. It looks like.
That, and I'm not sure what really happened earlier on, but I believe 6-7 played like a wrong card, and it did 1 damage to the entire board, and ended up killing most of his cards versus.
Oh no.
But yet again, I'm kind of unknowledgeable of this game, so perhaps maybe I misread something, but that's what it looked like to me. Because it
Well,
was
I will
his
admit,
turn.
I've been there. I've done that one. I've pulled
Yeah.
that exact same move, and I'm just like, no.
Like, oh,
I
do
just
1
lost
damage
because of
to everyone? Yeah, let's do that. Whoops. There goes half my
Well,
army.
that. It was a literal everyone. Every
Okay,
champion
nice
on the
play
board.
there. And last card is played. This is rough. What's the plan now? Okay. I see where this is going.
My thanks.
Uh-oh. Interesting. Okay, breaks off the shield.
I can wait no longer.
There's 3.
Well done.
And another. Alright, well, Brian will swoop it up. Celebrations are going off. That was game 3 of 3.
Well, Brian
And-
McNabb does pretty good overall.
For sure.
He ends up going 1-1 on his rounds for the night, so that's pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good in the night.
Yeah, and I believe this was our last round, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, last round of the night.
All right. Well,
Well, probably being that it's only an hour into it, we can definitely explore playing more rounds in a single night. We do have the option. We're in complete control after all.
that is true. It is, I guess, up to the players if they would like to extend their stay, or perhaps they have other commitments for the night. And I think Capcrack might be still playing the match here, so let's see if we can jump into that perhaps.
All right.
We're in.
Well played.
Cap. Oh! Just in time to see Mr. Red Beard get knocked out. Well, that didn't last long. That was a
I do like
GG.
that sometimes.
All right. Well, I also believe Redbeard just exited the lobby right after that loss. I also do not see our wonderful game manager Condor, but I guess he got a bye, correct?
Yeah, his last round was on bye.
Yeah. So I guess he's probably done for the night. It looks like Redbeard also has left the match lobby. So this may be it. If you want to go and double check with the players
Yep.
real quick, but I think
Absolutely.
that might be it, as 2 players already left the lobbies or Discord. All right, chat. I thought you could only use certain cards. Yeah, yeah. So most of the cards should be the. Um, I'm very new to this, but if you go into the cards, you should be able to create a custom deck out of just, I believe, classics. So any of the cards that are classic deck can be played based on the filter. By the way, this does have a, I believe, 4 or 5 minute delay, just so anybody spectating is not able to, or participating in the tournament, not able to check out the enemy or opponent's cards. You know what I should do? I should just jump in and do a match, guys. Show you how to play these decks, which I have zero clue about. But that was 2 rounds, 3 games each. We're trying to figure out if we want to seed another round in. But that would expect our league, Hearthstone league manager to come back. And also Red Bearded, I believe, who exited out for possibly the night. So if those players don't return, we may call it early. Normally we go from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock Alaska Standard Time. But we understand other people have some obligations throughout the night or cannot stay for the whole thing. Obviously, Hearthstone is a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more casual compared to some of the game titles. There's not many teams that are playing. And because of that, it's a little bit more relaxed. So if we want to call it early, we can call it early for the night. Just the amount of players that we have signed up for Hearthstone is much, much lower than, let's say, Apex or Rocket League that has like 14 teams with 3 players on each team, including subs, and we're looking at like 50 plus players, and it's just crazy. So, speaking of Rocket League, which will be tomorrow, so those of you guys that are here tonight, please do join us tomorrow for Rocket League night. Those matches will be live without the delay, and we'll get to check out some of the very fun and actually quite skillful Alaskan teams competing against each other. This is the week where we're going to be seeding the teams within their respectable ranking, so matches should be much more closer now instead of a blowout. They do play best of 3, and we'll probably do anywhere from 2 to 4 rounds per night for Rocket League. And again, that's going to be tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the evening to 10 o'clock at night. So hopefully we'll get to see you guys there. With that being said, we'll take a small little break and we'll come right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and looks like the rest of the players did head out for the night. So we do appreciate you all hanging out. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Don't forget to follow the channel. We'll catch you guys tomorrow on same time, same place, live on YouTube at MTA Solutions and live here on Twitch at MTA Gaming Live. And we will kick it off again at 8 o'clock Alaska Standard Time to 10 o'clock, roughly, with Rocket League, Week 3, Season 2. Thank you all for hanging out. Appreciate you all being here. Good morning, good evening, good night, and